Thanks for watching. Cameron Randall here with Blue Fire Studios. I've been wanting to review this guy for a long time. Haven't had the chance to. Usually I have it out in the trailer, which is out on jobs. So I had it off just doing a single thing the other day, so I pulled it off. I wanted to throw it up in the office and show you guys what I thought of it. This is the Kessler crane pocket jib. And I bought this sucker about a year ago or so, and I've been loving it. I use it for almost everything I do, almost every shoot I bring it, just because it adds so much versatility what you can do with it. We had it on the ice last week. I had it in a mold injection place week before that. We used it on features. And really quick, just for the, go ahead, come through, Jeremy, if you want to. This is an informal review, right?
Need to, Jeremy.
That's right, informal review. Anyway, I like to use this more than, say, just maybe a jib. And I bought it initially just to use mostly as a jib. You know, it's got, you know, it's nice to have the 4 foot, and it goes all the way out to your about 8 feet, extends out. I don't know if anyone's actually seen it, but in about 30 seconds, you can extend it out to 8 feet and get some good height off, something like that. Also, you can get lots of height off their K-pod, which I really love their tripod. It's really beefy. You can actually throw their bigger jibs on here, and that way I could have just tons of distance if I need to. Anyway, back to this thing. What I like to use it for is I kind of use it as a poor man's Peewee Dolly. So if I'm on set, I won't use this for strictly jib stuff. I'll just have the camera live on it all day long, and I've put some casters on the bottom. I need to get some nicer, kind of bigger wheels so it moves a little bit easier. But I'll just have the camera living here all day long, just like a dolly would. And so that way, whenever I want to do kind of some subtle moves, it's there ready to go. Also, the camera is going to be wherever I need it to. It's so much faster than sticks. So I come in and I want to say, okay, camera wants to be about here-ish. You don't have to go through and dink around with stuff. All you do is you bring it in, wheel it up, stick it right there. You're in business, and I love it. So if you want to go from that, say you want to do a nice little follow of somebody or an arc or whatever, it just really makes it a lot easier to get kind of a variety of shots, especially if you're trying to move fast. Like we always end up moving fast because there's usually not enough time to shoot multiple days or something like that, or additional days of things that you want to do. In addition to the pocket jib, we've also purchased the pocket dolly. This is their first edition of it, so it doesn't have some of the bells and whistles. Or maybe it's the second, because it does have the crank. I don't remember. Anyway, so it actually very conveniently just mounts right on top of your pocket dolly, pocket jib, so that when you want to go from a jib type shot, moving shot, you can jump right over to your slider dolly stuff. So you are locked to this height when you're on this setup, but I have mine mounted so that the Allen wrench screws are just finger tight. So if I want to jump off onto some apple boxes or something, it's really quick and easy to do that. I always keep a little DV head on there just so I can just pop in and off and on, I mean. The only thing I like about this setup is I can use the pocket jib with the Red 1 setup. You can't extend it, but if you're being smart about what you're mounting on it, you can use it with the 4 foot setup. And yet again, like I said, use it as kind of a poor man's Peewee setup, Peewee Dolly. And actually, I use the pocket dolly as a bit of a counterweight too sometimes, just to get that minute balance in. Anyway, so this, I can't say enough good things about the pocket jib, especially in combination with the pocket dolly. It's really brought the options that I have a lot broader when I show up on set. I can be, I have a lot more options to get different variety of shots. It sets you apart. I mean, this is, people have been saying this for years. If you're on a lower budget kind of a thing, it sets you apart to show up with something like this, where you have a little more options to get the, a different shot, different angle, different look on it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else other than just we've really enjoyed using it, and we haven't been, I don't want to say we haven't been nice to it, but we haven't been careful with it. Let me put it that way. And it stood up to some good abuse. I've rented it out a whole number of times. It's come back functioning every time. Oh, for this setup really quick, I just like to show you what I like to do is, once again, I said I put wheels on it, so you can just wheel it around. I've squished it into so many little small spaces, bathrooms, whatever, so it's still very usable. And then the weight setup, I like to have a little weight bag slung underneath there so that when I go for my 4 foot setup, to the 8-foot setup, all you got to do is loosen a couple knobs, slide your arm out, throw the weights on, and you're ready to go. So I have just the pre number of weights that I need for each setup. But really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what else they're coming out with. I am interested in the motorized stuff for the Pocket Dolly. I'm not sure this particular edition would utilize that. I'm not sure if this mount is compatible with it. And eventually, just for anyone who's out there who's watching this, I would love to figure out if there's some kind of motorized head that could be utilized with this guy. The only problem with that, obviously, is that if it's a drop-down head, you're going to lose some distance, and secondly, it just makes it more complex if you're up above. But I think just anyway, because the camera basically lives on here all day long, it's not going to be too bothersome to have a motorized head that I can set up and leave there. So anyway, thanks for watching. It's been Cameron Randall with the review. Not more of a review, more of a testimonial, I guess you could say. Just I can't say enough good things about the Pocket Dolly, Pocket Jib, in combination with the K-Pod. There's our printer. And like I said, it's just super tough, and I think they're doing good work over there at Kessler. Can't wait to see what comes next.